Hello, hello. Welcome to Miss V's Corner. Today, I will share a new video with you and we'll include it in our Tech for Teachers section. Today, I will show you my favorite add-ons that can be used in Google Slides to make your Google Slides experience more fun and more educational for your students. Stick around. Okay, here we are in my Google Slides. I will create a blank one. So I will show you how these add-ons work using Google Slides. Now, add-ons are the extensions that you have in this corner of your home screen, or the extension that works specifically with Google Slides would be found right here. Extensions, and then you can add a lot of them and download them. If you click get add-ons, then you have a wide selection of add-ons. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to entitle my Google Slide so it does not get lost. Okay, the very first extension that I use all the time, as you know, it's a Bitmoji extension. If you do not know how to use Bitmoji in your Google Slides, you can check out the video that I will link underneath, and I will have a little addition in my video as well. The next extension is Sir Links a Lot. Sir Links a Lot, I've also talked about it. It helps you make copies of the link of the URL of your actual Google Slides so you can easily share it with other people. I usually use Force Copy. So if you click on it, it creates the link, and then you will just copy and send this link to whoever you want to have this site. This is what this particular slide. This is what I will do with this slide that I add in the description of my video. I do the same thing for all the slides that I share in my educational videos with the teachers and on my channel. Preview is something that I don't usually use. PDFs is something that you can send to the students, but the audios would not work. So if you are a music teacher or a language teacher, this would not work for you if you have some MP3s of audio files in there. Preview, I might send to the kids, but I usually change the preview and write present, and that's how I send it to the kids. Okay, another awesome, wonderful tool that I've recently been using, as you can see, my music note. I have changed my cursor into a music note. As you can see, there's also a keyboard, but I've done this by creating custom cursors. So if you go to extensions and type in custom cursors, you have loads of cursors you can choose from. You can go click on more cursors, and then you can choose any one of those and add it to your collection. You can go to upload your own cursor. Since I'm a music teacher, I usually stick with those that are music related. So I have a keyboard, and as you can see, I have a music note. I will choose this one right now, and then you see it changes into something else. I could use the guitar one. There's a pick, and then there's a guitar. There's a violin one and a bow, or cello and a bow. So I would stick with these musical ones. If you're a music teacher, not choose whichever one you like. There's a piano, neon, music note, and a violin key. I will stick with this one. Maybe not. Let me change to this one. There you go. That is custom cursors. The next one that I always use is this Giphy for Chrome. You can go to giphy.com website, and the same thing happens. This is just an extension. Now, Giphies are something that I use regularly in my Google Slides. For example, I would like to find a sticker that's a Giphy of, for example, Mozart. I would type in Mozart, click this, and then all of those appear. Now, I want it to be a sticker. So this is a GIF. Click download. Download it wherever you want it to be downloaded, save. And then you would go to Insert, Image, Upload from Computer. I have downloaded it on my desktop. Double click, and there is my Mozart Giphy. All you have to do is find the one that you like. For example, this one. Again, you click on Save, and then it automatically saves. This one is on my downloads. So I'll go Insert, Image, Upload from Computer. It was on my downloads, and then I would double click, and there is my Giphy. Then again, change it, move the size, and all of those. What I like to do with all the pictures, click on Format, drop Shadow, change it to Transparency 0, and then it kind of is a 3D pop-up on stage kind of a sticker. You actually can see the difference. It really pops on stage. Okay, that's my fourth extension that I wanted to share with you. I'm going to move this here so it's not in my way. Another extension that I really like, but it only works if you use it on Google Slides. If you go to the menu here that's at Extensions, there is something called Magic Rainbow Unicorn Slides. I've also talked about it. This changes the text that you are working on into kind of a rainbowish color. So I will go to Insert. I will go to Text Box. And I would type, I love music. Then I might make it a little bit bigger. Let me change this into a little bit bigger. Change the font, and then I've highlighted it. I will click to Original Rainbow Colors, and I will click Start the Rainbow Magic. And there you go. If I don't see it well enough, I might change the font. So if I don't see it well enough, I might change the font to something that's thicker, like Luckiest Guy. Maybe even make it bigger. And there you go. I really like this one. I've also talked about this in one of my other videos. I'm not going to go in huge detail. The following extension is something that I use all the time as a music teacher. It's called Music Snippet. Open. And then it starts working on the right corner. New music snippet. Now, as a music teacher, very often I write notes for my kids to have as presentation so they can play and while we're in class. For example, I am teaching a class of recorders. Let me do this. Let me go with a completely new one so we don't have Mozart who's jumping up on stage, on page. So I will click here and it will appear on my, in my view. Now, so for example, for this one, I would like my recorder students to play notes G, A, B, and D. Then I would like them to play a half note. So remember, you need to move your cursor so it changes the value of the notes. Then the next note, I would like them to play C. Next two notes, I would stick around with a half note and I want them to play an A. So the next measure, make sure you click at the beginning of the measure, otherwise you will be stuck with the next measure. If you make a mistake, you can always go to this undo, and then you're done. So, for example, the next one, I want them to just stick around with a whole note, and I want that to be. And then the next one. And then the next one, I'll stick around with a quarter note, and then I would go with C, B. Now, if you want to hear what you wrote, that will play for you, and that will work. After you are happy with what you have written, you click Add Document, and then it automatically shows up on your screen, on your Google Slides presentation. I want this bigger, but then at the same time, I don't want these quarter notes here, so easy fix. I'm just going to cut this measure, and there you go. So this is an example that I would like my students to play without me having to have an actual paper and write it on the paper and then hand it out to the kids. I would have this presented in my class so the students can actually see how it works. I will show you an example of a Google Slides presentation that I've made using this. Okay, so here we are on the presentation that I have made for some of my little kids.
Welcome to Rhythm Reading with me.
When we were learning how to read music notes. So click for next slide.
Frog, duck.
As you can hear, I've added an audio of myself.
Crab. Ta, 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 ta.
So this is an audio of me actually telling the students how to say this particular rhythm.
Frog, duck, bee, sh, ta, 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 sh.
So I have made all of these by using music snippets. This is a wonderful resource that we as music teachers can use in our everyday music class lessons. Do not forget it's called Music Snippet. Okay, so this is it. I have showed you some of my favorite extensions that I use as a music teacher and as a teacher. Of course, some of those are favorites that you already know, like Bitmoji, Sir Links a lot. Those that are new that I have went crazy for are the custom cursors and music snippets that I use as a music teacher. I hope this was educational and this was helpful. Stick around until the next video. Thank you.